Biomed Nexus. Daily updates, your essential biotech, medtech, and pharma recap. No noise, just what matters. Executive Takeaway today delivered a rare alignment of clinical, regulatory, and scientific milestones. Xenon's Azetukalner posted the highest placebo-adjusted seizure reduction ever seen in a pivotal epilepsy trial, sending shares up 44% and positioning the KV7 opener for a Q3 NDA. Vertex moved to complete its accelerated approval application for povetacicept in IgA nephropathy after interim phase 3 data showed 52% proteinuria reduction. Meanwhile, FDA Commissioner Marty Makarie's biosimilar guidance revision could save developers $20 million per program. On the global stage, Japan granted conditional approval to the world's first commercial iPS cell therapies, marking the clinical arrival of a technology 20 years in the making. Read full analysis, what to watch. This week MDA conference, concluding March 11. Sarepta's 3-year EMBARK data and BridgeBio's Fortify interim readout are on deck for Tuesday. ACIP meeting, March 18 to 19, first meeting under the new Kennedy-aligned appointments, Downing, Farella. Upcoming PDUFAs, GSK's Linerixibat, March 24th, and Rocket Pharma's Kresladi, March 28th. Top stories, Xenon Azetukalner posts, record efficacy in phase 3, X-TOLE2, what happened? Xenon Pharmaceuticals, Xeni, reported its KV7 potassium channel opener, Azetukalner, achieved a 53.2% median reduction in monthly focal onset seizure frequency at the 25 mg dose versus 10.4% for placebo. Shares surged 44% on the news. The record, the placebo-adjusted effect of 42.7%, is believed to be the highest ever observed in a pivotal epilepsy study. Responder rates, 50% seizure reduction, reached 54.8% at 25 mg. Next steps, Xenon plans to submit an NDA in Q3 2026. Executive impact. If approved, Azetukalner would be the only KV7 channel opener on the US market, offering a differentiated mechanism for the $1 million Americans with uncontrolled focal seizures. The magnitude of effect strongly supports first-line positioning. Japan approves world's first commercial iPS cell. Therapies. What happened? Japan's Ministry of Health granted conditional approval to the world's first induced pluripotent stem cell, iPS therapies, Amchepry, Sumitomo Pharma, for Parkinson's disease and Reheart, Quorips, for severe heart failure. The science, Amchepry involves transplanting dopamine-producing precursor cells into the brain. Reheart consists of cardiac muscle sheets placed on the heart surface to promote new blood vessel formation. The context: this arrives exactly 2 decades after Shinya Yamanaka's Nobel Prize-winning discovery of iPS cells. Both therapies received 7-year conditional licenses requiring additional efficacy data collection. Executive impact: Japan has one of the oldest populations globally, with approximately 29,000 people living with Parkinson's disease. This milestone validates the clinical viability of iPS technology and establishes Japan's regulatory framework as the global template for regenerative medicine. Clinical and research updates: Vertex advances povetacicept in IgA nephropathy. Data interim week. 36 data from the phase 3 Rainier trial showed povetacicept achieved 52% proteinuria reduction, 49.8% versus placebo. Impact: the dual TSLP-BAFF-APRIL inhibitor demonstrated best-in-class efficacy. Vertex will complete its accelerated approval BLA submission by the end of March for the PASSION 13,000 Americans affected by the disease. Pfizer, trispecific tilrekimig, wins phase 2 in atopic dermatitis. Data reported positive phase 2 results for tilrekimig, a first-in-class trispecific antibody targeting IL-4, IL-13, and TSLP. Signal: by hitting 3 inflammatory mediators simultaneously, Tilrekimig could offer simplified dosing and broader efficacy compared to current biologics like Dupixent or Adbry. Pfizer will accelerate into Phase 3 Roche misses primary endpoint in breast cancer trial. Data the Phase 3 Persevera trial of oral SERD giredestrant missed its primary endpoint of progression-free survival in ER+ to HER2 advanced breast cancer. Impact. The miss complicates Roche's oral SERD strategy and leaves the competitive landscape wide open for rivals like AstraZeneca's camizestrant, ODAC review April 30th. AbbVie Phase 1 obesity data. Data reported Phase 1 multiple ascending dose data for its amylin analog ABBV-295, showing weight loss of up to 9.79% at 12 weeks, highly competitive with early Lilly and Novo data at similar time points. Regulatory and policy FDA eases biosimilar path guidance, released revision 4 of its biosimilar development guidance, significantly reducing pharmacokinetic PK study requirements for certain molecule classes. Impact. The streamlined approach could save developers $20 million per program. With about 70 biologic drugs facing patent expirations through 2030, this will intensely accelerate market entry and price competition. Taiwan launches $755 million drug manufacturing program policy, launched a $755 million and $24.5 billion domestic drug manufacturing initiative aimed at reducing dependence on foreign API suppliers. The program prioritizes oncology, antibiotics, and essential medicines. HHS AI policy update guidance. Following last week's ban on Anthropic's Claude across federal health agencies, implemented March 2nd due to supply chain security reviews, HHS confirmed staff may continue using Google Gemini and ChatGPT Enterprise for approved use cases. Corporate developments Servier Day, 1 tender offer, proceeds. M&A, Servier's $2.5 billion acquisition of Day 1 Biopharmaceuticals, announced Friday, continues, with the tender offer expected to close in Q2 2026, granting Servier control of pediatric glioma treatment, Ojemda. Eli Lilly CEO compensation financials disclosed that CEO David Ricks received $36.7 million in total compensation for 2025, up 26% from 2024, reflecting massive market cap growth driven by the GLP-1 franchise. Tenacia Therapeutics and Rapport Licensing granted Rapport Therapeutics, RAP, exclusive Greater China rights to RAP-219, an epilepsy candidate, for $20 million upfront and up to $308 million in milestones. Read Full Analysis Biomed Nexus Pro. Institutional Intelligence Brief in today's Pro Brief. Xenon's paradigm shift. Why the 40.7% placebo-adjusted efficacy structurally alters the commercial epilepsy landscape. Vertex, VRTX. Risk framing. We model the accelerated approval path for povetacicept and the competitive threat to Travere. Biosimilar arbitrage. How the FDA's new PK guidance pulls forward the valuation of mid-cap generic manufacturers. MDA conference. Preview. Risk or reward. Framing for Tuesday's high-stakes Sarepta and BridgeBio readouts. Upgrade to Pro. Today read full article. Selective 2026 sponsorship placements are available. Reply directly to discuss a partnership or submit an inquiry here.